In fact, when you first get it home, do half your face. Do like I did with that, like one hand with, one hand without. Do half your face. You'll see the fine lines and wrinkles, the deep lines and wrinkles, the pores just to kind of disappear before your very eyes. So if you're on the phone for that, you can stay there. But if you're on the phone, you gotta add in the T.C.E. What does T.C.E stand for? This covers everything. Amen, girl. It really does. This is the concealer that covers everything, but still moves with your skin, doesn't sink into the fine lines and wrinkles. It's coming with this, okay, this is an incredible sponge. We're calling this a $12 sponge. When you get it wet, it literally doubles in size. But look at that razor edge. So that gets right up under your eyes, just even under your lash line. So you're gonna be able to get the incredible coverage all the way under. And now you don't have to go with a lighter color. This coverage is incredible. Take a look at this. This is the concealer.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, this is astounding, Doris.
Yeah, this is the concealer that went viral, and T.C.E does stand for this covers everything. And what I wanted to create, after we created, like you see that gorgeous foundation, it's like the next thing I tackled was concealer, right? Like I hated concealers, but I needed to conceal stuff underneath my eye. That tissue underneath your eye is super, super thin. The sebaceous glands underneath your eye are just like non-existent. So when you put on a concealer, they're usually thick and really heavy. So what you're seeing here with Amy is she has a port wine stain, a birthmark, this like hemangioma that's going on. I think it's a really cool feature to have. I love it. But sometimes she wants to go ahead and say, you know what? I don't need to show that to the world. And you're seeing the after. Now, I have to tell you this. As you're looking at this, this was not done in a studio. This was not done with professional lighting. This was done with her phone. This is a real girl with real results who sent this to me, and I asked, can I use it? It went viral. We are now actually part of the Birthmark Society over in the UK, helping girls with this, and that's because this is so powerful. So when you think about a concealer, you usually think about thick, heavy, waxy, talky ingredients. That's how you get that coverage. But we don't think of things that way. We're like, no. That's not how we're gonna do it. So T.C.E Concealer starts its life as a serum. It's actually 3 things. It is your concealer. Yes, here's your concealer. Watch, I'm gonna show you this. Okay, ready? A little dab will do you. What I'm putting it on with, you can see that, is this surgical steel tip. So when you put this up against the eye, it has this really beautiful, cool kind of sensation like steel would, right? And you just put that and you roll that up underneath the eye. But what I'm gonna show you is, see that little tiny dab? Watch how, if you have dark circles and you have struggled with dark circles, your struggle is now completely over, because I'm going to be able to go ahead and cover up that discoloration that you have going on, cover up that blueness, that sallowness underneath your eye, but doing it with serum-infused ingredients like cucumber extract, caffeine extract. I want you to think about an under-eye cream that you would normally put underneath your eye, and every single ingredient that you would normally want up underneath that eye is in there, like chamomile and cucumber and algae, magnesium, aloe, lavender, green tea, vitamin E. These are amazing ingredients that's how it starts, with these beautiful ingredients. Then we put these powerful mineral pigments in there, and that's how you are able to get that beautiful coverage, super, super thin, won't know that you're wearing it. You put it on and you say, wow, this is the concealer that's changing the game. No wonder it went viral. Every single person tries to get their hands on this concealer. We never have it. So I'm so pumped that it's part of the show today. And it's just the coolest concealer, because concealers are gross, right? Like they're thick, they're heavy, they're just like, ugh.
Yeah, not this one. It actually, when you put it on, you'll think, it's not possible. This isn't gonna cover my dark circles. How could this possibly reduce the look of the pores and the fine lines and wrinkles? It does, it will. We're already losing some of our shades. So I wanna go over the shades that we do have remaining. Whenever you see T.C.E Concealer on HSN, you've got to grab it before we're sold out of your shade. We have the fair, completely sold out of the fair light. We have the light. We have it in light medium, that's my shade. We do have medium, Tan, we are sold out of tan deep, and we have deep as well. But we're very, very limited in the deep. I think we're really limited in the fair as well. Your item number is 698795. This truly is revolutionary. It's foolproof. You can't, it doesn't crease underneath your eyes. It doesn't cake. You want the coverage, but you don't want to look like you've got raccoon eyes, right? So I'm actually going to show that amazing tip as well. It's like a cooling tip when you put it on. I always feel almost like I'm ironing out the lines and wrinkles. And we don't have to just stick with it underneath our eyes, but that's where I mostly use it.
Well, you don't, but when you think about your under eye area, it's probably the area we look in the mirror and we think that, wow, how did that happen? Like, it's like roots in your hair, right? Like 1 minute you have like, your hair looks great, and the next day you wake up and you have like 1-inch roots. Like, how did that happen overnight? That's kind of how you feel about your under eye area. But what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to show you. Watch how this little tiny dab will do you. No more than that. Do not put thick, heavy. Do not wipe it around like a windshield wiper. You can go ahead and just blend this in. You can use your finger or a brush. But what I've given you is the sponge. If you're not used to using a sponge, this is what Shannon was saying. When you wet this, you want to wet it, then you want to squeeze it all out. And then what you want to do is you're just going to press that just like this. And by pressing and setting that in, it will stay all day. It will not give you any of those creasing, any of that cracking. But look at how it has these optical brighteners that instantly give you the look of a brighter under eye area. So get the same shade that you just got in the Smooth Assist foundation, or whatever shade. If you don't use Dalton's foundation, whatever you use. You do not need to go 1 or 2 shades lighter. I know if you grew up in the 80s like I did, you'll go, oh, I need to go later. What's really cool about these, Shannon, is what you're seeing in this before and after. This is actually a clinical before and after. It's not done with models, whatever. It's done in a clinical environment and a clinical setting. And what it's done is to find every single flaw that you could possibly find. In the before, you'll see it, but in the after, look at how instantly it obliterated those, she has hereditary dark circles, and that darkness, and it was actually something that she struggled with when we were there, and you can see the after. Look at how instantly that under eye area looks brighter, lighter. Same thing here with this little girl. Clinical before and afters. Most makeup companies don't do things like this. And it's because we power them with ingredients that are just so smart. And the ingredients that you would put in an eye cream are now in your concealer. The chamomile, the cucumber, the caffeine extract. Look at the difference when you see this. It's not creasing, it's not cracking, it's not doing any of that, but it's giving you that completely beautiful fluid look, all white, obliterating the look of dark circles, all of that stuff, and taking care of that under eye too.
It really will. That's obviously one application. We are now sold out of the deep. We are sold out of the tan deep, and then the fair light. So we do have the lightest. We've got your fair, which is the lightest. We have light. Oh, what? Okay, you know what? Let me see. Rob, which colors do we have? We have medium, we have tan, and light. Okay, so starting from that, we're sold out of fair light. We have light, we have medium, and we have deep, rich, it sounds like. Oh, okay, that's not even on that chart. You know what, here's the deal. If you scan that QR code down at the bottom of your screen, once it pops back up, you can go right to hsn.com, you can shop, you'll see if we have your color. Click purchase, even if you're trying to total up to that $75 or more to get free shipping and handling. And we keep track of what you're shopping for and how much you're spending throughout the day. But these are selling out very, very quickly. You want that solution. You don't want to add a concealer. It's a great special price at $29.95, including that sponge. But you don't want to spend $29.95. You don't want to spend a penny on something that isn't going to work, that you're just going to add to that graveyard of concealers. This will change your mind about concealers. It'll change your mind about the way your under eyes look. So give it a try. I hope we have your shade.